Hello everyone. Welcome to e-learning of IT for 12th standard. This video is for 12th standard science students. We have already started with the third chapter from syllabus, that is advanced JavaScript, and today we will discuss the topic, that is objects in JavaScript. We all know that JavaScript is a scripting language, script based language. So basically JavaScript is an object based scripting language. Almost everything is an object in a JavaScript. So everything is accessed with a object in a JavaScript. A JavaScript object is an entity having a state and behavior, that is nothing but a properties and methods. So every object has a certain properties and methods that we use in a program. An object can group the data together with the functions needed to manipulate it. So methods is nothing but a functions. Every object is associated with the properties and methods, that is properties and functions. And using those functions we can manipulate that particular objects. That is object can group data together with the functions needed to manipulate it. So whenever we will look around us, we will find out that there are many examples of real world objects. That is nothing but a table, board, television, bicycle, any shop, bus, car, monitor. Many more different objects are there in a real world life. All these tangible things are known as a objects. So everything which is a tangible, which is a touchable, which we can feel, is nothing but a object. Take an example of a car object, suppose. Then it has a properties like name, model, weight, color. So every car will have a unique name, unique a model number, then weight, color, and such a different properties will be there for a object car. So car is a object and properties can be like name, model, weight, and color, etc. So suppose we take an example of a car like BMW, then name will be BMW, model number will be model number of that particular BMW, then weight, color. So these particular properties will get a different values for different cars. But car is a object having properties like this, that is name, model, weight, color, etc. And there will be some methods, that is nothing but a behaviors like start, stop, brake, accelerate. So these are the different methods related to the car object. So these methods for all cars, these methods will perform somehow differently, but these methods will be same. That is, every car will have a start operation, stop operation, brake, applying a brake, accelerate. So these are the functions, methods will be associated with a car object, but all cars have a different, that is functions. The functions of that particular methods will get somehow differently. Also, all cars will have a same properties but contain a different values from car to car. That is, properties will remain same. These properties will be same for different cars, name, model, weight, color, etc. But values of those properties will change from car to car. Similarly, all cars will have a same methods but they perform differently. See here, object that we have taken for example is a car. Then there are the properties like name, model, weight, color. Here there is a one example of car. So car dot name is equal to name of the car. Then car dot model is equal to model number. Car dot weight is equal to weight of that car. Car dot color is equal to color name of that car. So these properties name, model, weight, and color are getting access with the help of dot operator for that object. Similarly, there are different methods like start, drive, brake, stop. So these methods are also accessed with a dot operator. So car dot start, car dot drive. And for method we use a set of round brackets, and for a property only we get access it with a dot operator, that is car dot name. So car dot start is a method related to car object and these are the properties related to the car object. So in this way, for every object we have a different properties and methods. Properties is nothing but a having a state of that particular object, and methods is nothing but a behavior of that object. Then properties and methods of objects are accessed with a dot operator. See, as like this, with a dot operator these different properties and methods are getting accessed. JavaScript supports the two different types of objects, built-in objects and user-defined objects. So there are two different types of objects, built-in and user-defined. Built-in objects such as a math, string, array, date, these are nothing but a built-in objects that are built in. That is, those are not created by a programmer. Those are a built-in objects. JavaScript also gives the facility to create a user-defined object. That is, user or programmer can create an object in a program also. That is nothing but a user-defined object. So to create such a user-defined object in a program, the keyword used is a new keyword. So new keyword is used to create a new object in a JavaScript. See here syntax to create a new object. For example, here d is equal to new date. Here d is nothing but a new instance created for the date object. See here date is the predefined object or built-in object, and now this d is a user defined object, that is an instance of this date object. So d is equal to new date. Here d is nothing but a new instance created for a date object. Then what is a DOM? That is document object model. When HTML document is loaded into a browser, it becomes a document object. It defines the logical structure of the document. So everything that is loaded on a web browser is nothing but a is nothing but a document object. It defines logical structure of your document. The way in which HTML document content is accessed and modified is called as a document object model. So your content on a web page is getting accessed, modified with the help of document object model. It is a programming interface for HTML and XML. So it is programming interface for HTML, that is hypertext markup language, and XML, that is extensible markup language documents. See, HTML and XML both are tag based languages. HTML has a predefined tags, and with using XML you can create your own tags. So that is a HTML and XML documents. So programming interface for these two is a nothing but a DOM, document object model. The standardization of DOM was founded by a W3C, that is World Wide Web Consortium, which works for the standardization of the web technologies. So standardization of DOM was founded by W3C. According to W3C, the W3C document object model, that is DOM, is a platform and the language neutral interface that allows programs and scripts to dynamically access and update the content, structure, and the style of document. So for a HTML program or XML program, to have a certain changes, to have a certain styling for the document, you can use a DOM, that is document object model. So scripts to dynamically access and update the content, structure, style of the document, platform use is a DOM platform. Then see here diagram that is showing a hierarchy of a DOM object. So first of all there is a window object, that is a base object of all other. Then location object, document object, navigator object, and history object. Again for a document object there are that is divided into some more objects like form object, link object, image object, and anchor object. So that is a document object model. Base object is a window object in case of this. Then there are location, document, navigator, and history object. And again document object is divided into 4 different objects, that is form, link, image, and anchor object. There are some predefined properties for a DOM object, that is document object model, that we can use in a program. That properties are head, title, URL, and body or img, that is image. Head returns the head element of the document, that is we use a head tag in a program. So head element is written with a head property. Using a title property, it sets or return the title of the document. We specify a title in a program with a title tag. To access that title in a program, we can use a title property. Then URL returns the full URL of the HTML document. That document having certain URL and that can be retrieved with a URL property. Then for body and IMG, it returns the body and IMG elements respectively. That is to get a content from body tag or to get a content or image from a IMG tag, we can use the properties that is body and IMG. Next, there are some methods also for DOM object like write line, get element by ID. See, these properties we have already used in a program, that is write and write ln, document.write ln. So these are properties of document object. Document is a object and the properties and methods of that object are there, and write and write ln are the methods, functions of that object, that is document object. Using write, it writes the HTML expressions or JavaScript code to a document. So we can write with the help of write method, write any content with the help of write method. Using write ln, it works same as the write, that is you can write down a content using a write line. You can give any message with the help of write line, but it adds a new line character after the each statement. So for a new line we can use a write ln. Then get element by ID, this method is also there. There are many ways for accessing a form elements, of which the easiest one is a get element by ID. So to access the different elements data from a web form, we can use a different we can have a different ways, but the simplest one is by using a method, that is get element by ID. Get element by ID method has a ID property that is used for a particular element. So it finds that element with the help of that ID. See, every element in a HTML can have a property that is ID. So by using that ID name, we can get the data from that particular element. See, ID property, class property, we have already used in a while discussing a CSS or while writing a program for CSS. So we know how to specify a ID property in HTML tag. So using that ID name, you can identify that element. So that method is a get element by ID. So these are the different properties and methods related to the document object model. We are going to use these properties and methods in a program also. Then you will better understand how we can use these in a program. So today we have learned objects in a JavaScript, what is object, then properties and methods associated with the object, how to access those properties and methods, then built-in objects and user defined objects, then what is a document object model, and what is what are the different methods and properties related to the document object model. Thank you.